Hey y'all, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be dealing with this. This is multiple months, probably 6 months worth of Empties. I'm not really going to pull in any particular order. I'm willing to bet most of the makeup is at the bottom. We're going to go through hair, body care, all of that stuff. Let's get into it. There's a lot here. And I need to go make dinner. So we're gonna try and get through this as fast as possible. First thing right here on the top, baking soda. I use this for just about everything. I put it in my hair when I shower. I put it in my body wash, not my conditioner. I put this on my face with coconut oil and it really does a great job resurfacing and hydrating my skin. So this is one of my favorite inexpensive beauty products. Works for everything. Epsom salt baths. These are the cannabis hemp seed. I also have the body wash. So I use these in conjunction in the bath. They have a really light fragrance. They're nice and hydrating. I really like the Dr. Teal's. I'll keep buying them. A couple of masks. We've got an Aveeno foot mask. This is supposed to be a repairing Sika mask, prebiotic oat and shea butter. This is fine. I feel like the hydration and the relief is only temporary. So it's fine. This is a Sephora mask. This is one of their lychee face masks. I really like the Sephora brand face masks. This is a moisturizing and glow mask. I want to say this was part of a big stack of masks my brother got me for Christmas a number of years ago, and I'm still going through them. This may have been the last one. Oh, so this has been discontinued, and I think I still have 2 bottles of it. This is the Tula Signature Glow Setting Mist. This has a bunch of glitter in the bottom, and if you don't shake it really hard, you end up getting a full face of glitter as you get closer to the bottom because it becomes more concentrated. I filtered this through a tissue into a small travel bottle, and I'm okay with like the tiny bit that's left in the bottom. I know I have multiples of these. Let's see what we can find. Oh goodness, there's so much in here. Let's pull some of these out. And we are big. All right, that makes things slightly easier. I have at least one of these. These are the Naturium Fermented Camilla Creamy Cleansing Oil. That right there is a mouthful, but this is one of the nicest cleansing oils I've found. It's rich, but it spreads, it really emulsifies nicely, and I can feel it and see it removing my makeup. And that for me is really important. It's also not very expensive, and it works beautifully in conjunction with the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Neither of these are new to me or to my Empties, so we're just gonna move along. I finally finished this. I didn't love this. I actually found it kind of hard to use, but then I started mixing it in with my shampoo. I mixed it in with my body wash. This is the Prequel Cleanser Non-Drying Glycerin Cleanser. I didn't love this. I found it really thick. I also don't love, I don't love this fragrance. I find it kind of like florally medicinal, but I will say for the price, you get a ton of product and it is pretty versatile. So if you're looking for something like that, the Prequel Cleanser is I'd say it's a good buy if you don't mind the fragrance, and it's very utilitarian. This is a big one. I rarely finish bottles of hand soap. This was next to my kitchen sink, and I was like, I'm going to include that in my Empties because it's a big deal. This is from Fresh Time, which is a local, not local, but it's a natural market, a la smaller version of Whole Foods, less expensive. And this was their sea salt and citrus, gorgeous hand wash. I was just there today, but I already replaced the one next to my sink. So finishing a bottle of hand soap in my kitchen is a big deal because we usually just use Dawn. We normally just use our face wash or our dishes. I don't know what brand this is from. says Vor, and there's a dot over the R. So I don't know what that means. But this is the Walk in the Sun Hair Repair, Restore, and Strengthen Inside Out Moisturizing and Repair Mask. This thing is huge and it sat around for the longest time. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be precious about this. I want to finish it up. So I started using a good amount of it on my hair before I showered. Sometimes I put it on dry, sometimes I put it on wet, and it was fine. It was fine. I'd get out of the shower after like conditioning my hair first and then shampooing, and this was fine. I don't know if using it and then washing and then conditioning might be better. That's not how I take care of my hair. So it's done. Yay, moving along. Moving right along for friends and fancy free. All right, I've got a whole table of stuff in front of me. So this is HybaCleanse. It is a pre-surgical. So this is a bottle of HybaCleanse, which is a pre-surgical body wash. I had back surgery at the end of May, so I had to take a shower with this the night before my surgery, and then the morning of my surgery, I had to wash again with it. I don't like it. It smells horrible. It is completely antiseptic. It dries out my skin like crazy, but it does prepare it for surgery and kill any bacteria. So it's done. This is the Tea Tree Lemon Sage Thickening Shampoo. I can't remember how I felt about this. I know I've used it before and it's fine, but now that I have the thickening spray that's also in this line, I don't feel like I need to repurchase the shampoo. However, if I needed a shampoo and this was around, it's fine. It's good. I like it. Oh, where are we going next? This, I think, is from Fig One. It's from CVS. This is their micellar oil cleanser. Look, I read the back of this, and it doesn't really give you full insight into how it's supposed to be used, so I just used it as a traditional cleansing oil. Now, the term micellar leads you to think that like, oh, it's something I can use without water. I can just put it on, wipe everything off. It's got this like really oily residue that is hard to even wash away. So I will not be repurchasing this. I don't love it. Another sheet mask. This is the Sephora Pineapple Pore Perfecting and Smoothing. Like I said, I have no beef with Sephora face masks. I like them all. This is from Quirky and Clean. They are a local Columbus bath product retailer. I usually see them at a big festival that's coming up, so I'll be happy to report that one of them is empty. I have another one in my bathroom that's oatmeal cookie. I'm going to save that for the fall, but that one's done. Oh God, there's so much. The Osea Vagus Nerve Bath Oil. This stuff is expensive, but as somebody who has migraines, back problems, and just a lot of stuff going on in my head, this really helps. It calms my brain down and just gives me the relaxation and the like readiness for sleep that my brain needs, especially when I'm taking a bath. I can't wait to take a bath again. I still have another 3 weeks. This is the Make Beauty Micro-Fermented Rice Essence. I would buy this again. It's beautiful. I'm curious about the Ilia that is basically the same thing. It's like this liquidy, hydrating essence. It's the first step in either makeup or skincare, depending on what you need the moisture for. It's really nice and thick. I do like the bottle. I like the pump on the Refer bottle, but the pump does break. This I had no problem finishing. It's gigantic. It's a, you know, 6 or 1/2 dozen of the other. It's kind of the same problem. This I don't even remember finishing. This is the Eucerin. Oh, you know what? I didn't finish it because it was unwearably orange. Orange. Yeah, I could not, would not, should not make that work. No. No, baby cakes. Like, I get the sunscreen and I like, but this is supposed to be the fair shade, because unlike other mineral sunscreens, this does come in shades, but I want to say that this was the only shade that my drugstore had, but it's way too orange and it's out of my life. I have another bottle of this that I am currently going through and I really enjoy it. This is the Christophe Robin. It's their hydrating leave-in mist. I like this. It's a nice, light, hydrating leave-in conditioner, which is what I like. I have a couple other heavier creams. This hydrates and leaves my hair nice and soft without weighing it down. And that's what I want from a hair mist. I'm going to see if I can find another one online or switch to a different hair mist. But I like this one, and I'll keep it in my brain archive of all of the stuff that I really like. This has been discontinued for a long time, but I really loved it. This is the Hemp's CBD Refresh Me Hydrating Facial Mist and Toner. If you have redness and irritated skin, this stuff was calming, it was hydrating, it smelled nice. There was a ton of product in here and you didn't need much, so you went through it pretty slowly. And I really loved it, but Hemp's no longer makes it. And I think part of it is that CBD element is retailers are still kind of figuring out and tiptoeing around CBD, THC, Delta 8, you know, the THC, the marijuana derived products. They're trying to figure out like where these fit in on the shelves. I believe that this was only available via the online store, and that may have been what killed the line. Deodorant. This is a deodorant that's been done for a while. This is the Drunk Elephant Sweet Pity Deodorant Cream. I loved this stuff. I don't love it as much as I love my Fleur Vanilla Skin deodorant, but I do really like this. I'm going to be traveling soon, so I'll probably take this because it's not a liquid, and it's also not very big or chunky the way the Fleur bottle is. It's got this lovely almond scent. It is derived from almond paste, so if you are allergic to almonds or have a nut allergy, avoid this. I loved it though. Petroleum jelly. I fly through petroleum jelly, especially in these tubes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that I don't need a Q-tip to use it, but I really love the tubes of petroleum jelly. Dr. Jart Ceramide Cream. This stuff is expensive, but I use it judiciously. It's so hydrating. It just enrobes my skin in this lovely, hydrated, creamy, if my skin is dry, this stuff really does kind of bring it back to life. I'm sad that it's expensive as it is, but a tube does last me a good long time. I'd say like 3 to 4 months. Sunscreen. I've gone through 2, at least, of my Innisfree hyaluronic acid sunscreen. I love this stuff. It's hydrating, it's glowy, it just gives my skin life. And if I'm running out of the house, I will wash my face, throw on some of this, and go. I don't usually need any other sunscreen or skincare under this. This is an SPF 50, and it is beautiful. Good gracious, I have... Oh, going back to the hemp CBD, I do have a bottle of the Your Oil Highness. I love the pun. I love a good pun. So I think this kind of went stale on me. Nonetheless, I used it in the bath. Oils do go stale pretty quickly, but that doesn't mean they're unusable. I just don't want to use them on my face. So I put this in the bath, or I smeared it all over myself when I got out of the shower, and it didn't make me break out. I didn't have any adverse reactions to it, and I finished it. And it was a lovely oil. And again, that CBD element probably is what killed it. Another egregious mineral sunscreen. This is the Neutrogena UV. This one is less orange. Oh, it's piddling all over my table. But there was just something about it. I don't remember what. There was just something in this Neutrogena sunscreen that made me not want to use it. I don't know why. Oh, let's talk serums. I've got a bunch here. This is the Neutrogena niacinamide. It's my favorite. There's something about this formula that just loves my skin. And my skin loves it. It's mutual. It's not cheap. I would say that the price is probably comparable with a lot of like Sephora niacinamide treatments, but I like this one better. And when I have a ton of extra bucks, I go ham. I'll buy one, maybe two of these if they're buy one, get one half off. And usually I'll have like a 25% coupon and $10 monthly. And I really do make my coupons work for me, especially when it comes to buying this stuff because it's not cheap. However, the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid, I've been using this for years and I love it. It is probably my favorite hyaluronic acid serum. Okay. I have 4 of these. This has very quickly become one of my favorite serums. I kind of can't live without it. The other night, I just put this all over my face and it was the only evening skincare that I had the energy to do. This is from CosRx. This is their Propolis Light Ampule Serum. This stuff is thick. Like it is thick, and because it's so thick, it's rich. And it really does like penetrate dry skin. And like, if all I use is this, I still wake up with my skin plump and hydrated and ready to go. I don't understand it. And I don't know if it's going to change because of tariffs. I'm a little scared of it because I'm almost finished with the bottle I have. I have this on recurring purchase from Amazon. It usually comes with cat food and litter and all of the other stuff that I use on a regular basis. This is one that I used and then I set it aside for a while and then I started using it again and I was like, okay, that's great. So this is the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Hydrating Mask with avocado and what is that word? Glacier water. Y'all, this stuff smells amazing. It's almost like this watermelon, not watermelon, like honeydew fragrance. It's lovely. It's even, it's not super sharp. It's just nice and gentle. What I really like about this is I will intentionally put on skincare that is going to separate. So it's either like an oil water or a silicone oil. And then I put this, I let it sit for a minute. I let it start to get a little chunky. And then I'll put this on top and it'll just work everything back into my skin. And I wake up with my skin so soft and so ready to go for the day. I don't understand it, but it's gorgeous. While we're on moisturizers, I have 2 tubes of the Refer Light Hydration Cream. I have lauded this stuff for a long time. It is one of my go-to moisturizers. I carry a tube of this in my gym bag. And if I go stay somewhere that I'm driving and I forget something, I know it's in my gym bag. And it's usually something like this. Moisturizers. This I haven't used in a while. This is the Good Sarah Super Ceramide Cream. I find this better for me in the winter. In the summer, my skin tends to be less dry. And I think that I bought this thinking it would be a replacement for that Dr. Jart moisturizer. And it's good, but it's not as concentrated, so you have to use more. And in the end, the pricing all works out. It all washes out. So the big tube of the Dr. Jart or multiple tubs of this, tubs of this. I do like the glass jar. I'm going to be hanging on to that for a friend. This stuff is fine. It's a good thick moisturizer, and I like to work it in with the Dr. Jart so that they work together and those ceramides really get in there and drench the skin. Also, the Danessa Myricks Hydrating Repair Balm, Moisture Repair Balm Serum. This stuff is magic. It's magic. The way it sinks in and hydrates, and oh my goodness, I love this. I have another one of these open. I bought one of these for my mom Mother's Day, and she still really she uses it sparingly. She doesn't do skincare as often as I do, but she does like it. And that is high praise. What else do we have here? I have a tube of my erythromycin gel. I use this when I get cystic acne starting to break out on my chin. I need to call my dermatologist and see if they will refill this for me. Couple of hair products. I'll just let you take a look at it. This is the Vegetal Texture Spray. I seem to remember I liked this, but I finished it so long ago that I don't remember. And the one, good God, jail. For this tiny little type, straight to jail. So this is the one by Frederick Fekkai. I will again let y'all see the label. Again, I seem to remember this was fine. I've had this for a long time, so I don't really remember how these little samples go unless it's something I really like, and then I'm going to look into purchasing it again. This is a mini of the Clinique Take the Day Off. I think I traveled with this. This is a lovely, honestly, if I had my choice of makeup removers, this is the one that I'd use on the regular, but it's expensive. And I really like the Naturium, so I'm going to keep using it, but I would use the Clinique Take the Day Off if I could afford it. Let's talk eye drops. I only finished 4 tubes of the Systane Refresh Eye Goop. In the past, I have used a lot more, but my eyes have not been so dry lately. I've been remembering to use my Restasis and my other eye drops, and I only need this about once a week. And that makes me so happy because this stuff is expensive. I do have some other eye drops. These are the CVS lubricant eye drops and then the artificial tears. These are what has really been helping my eyes. I use the Restasis, and then a few minutes later, I plop in these, and my eyes feel so much better. This is a mini of the Crown Affair, their leave-in conditioner. Again, so expensive. I want a full size of this, but it is pricey. Toothpaste. I do brush my teeth. I also have a mini and a full size of dental floss. Keep with y'all oral hygiene, folks. Your teeth are your best friends. This is an Eva NYC therapy session hair mask. Fine, I guess. Let's do anything. Oh, this is another skincare product from Suhulawu. I did Google the name a while ago. This was lovely. This is their first care activating serum. So you put this on first and it kind of grabs onto everything else that you layer on top of it. I can really feel it making a difference. I feel like I've had this before, and I'll get it anytime I can get it as a sample or with points from Sephora. I should check online and see how much a full size of that. I'm actually going to pull that out and hang on to it, and I'll check when I'm done filming. Couple of samples. So this is the Living Proof Triple Detox Shampoo and the Christophe Robin Hydrating Shampoo. These are from the gym. I put the little samples in my bag, and when I need to shower at the gym, I have these guys. We got a lot of makeup, and some of this is even Project Pan makeup. This is the Dream Booster Bakuchiol from Beckman 1803. It's teeny tiny, and I seem to think I liked it. I finished it, so that says something. the biggie here is my Finding Ferdinand blush in Latte. I felt great finishing this because I was able to procure one secondhand, which just made me so happy. So I felt like I could finish this one free of any of that preciousness mindset that I get into periodically with certain products, such as this blush, which I absolutely loved. I have a mini of the Rare Beauty Illuminating primer. I was actually set to put this in a travel bag, and then I realized it was completely out. So it went in this video instead. It's lovely. It's a nice shimmer goo. You know, I'll compare it to the Auric Glow Lust, any of the other like shimmer goos that are on the market. It's nice. It's not terrible. You don't end up looking like the Tin Man, but it's gone. I'm not arguing. I'm not complaining. I did end up decluttering the KVD full sleeve tubing mascara because I found other tubing mascaras that I liked better, i.e. the Milani, and I just found this to be a little wimpy. Found its tube to be a little bit wimpy, and I didn't love that. I know I talked about this in a couple of videos being like, this is my new favorite mascara. No, it's fine. It's fine. Apparently Wands for Wildlife is no longer taking mascara wands. So if anybody knows of anyone taking mascara wands for art, for whatever reason, let me know because I hate throwing them away. The Grande Lash Enhancing Serum. I didn't actually finish this. It just kind of dried up. It was in my drawer for too long and I forgot about using it and it dried up. That's okay. I have a second one. I had one in backup and I've actually been remembering to use it. My Make Beauty powder. I know I talked about this. I got down to the pan and I worked it out and then the edges just crumbled. So this is the refill. I love that the refill is like minimal packaging. I think it does have a holder inside that is recyclable. I love how simple and easy this is going to be to recycle. I have two more setting sprays. I have the Milani Supercharged Face Mist. I know I've said this before. This stuff smells like Sunny D, but oh my God, is it a flashback to the 90s? You know, it really hits that nostalgia button beautifully. And it's a really nice mist. It's drugstore, so it's going to be a little bit more affordable than, say, something like the MAC Fix Plus. I also finished a bottle of MAC Fix Plus. This spray powder from Flower Beauty, crazy, wonky, weird, but good. It's smoothing. It really does look airbrushed, and that's part of the spray makes all the difference. The delivery mechanism. I liked it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it again because sitting in my bin of powders, it gets overlooked so easily because it looks like it could be a primer. It does not look like a powder. I have multiple eyebrow things. So this is the Make Beauty Blade line. I have a refill for it also. I think I got rid of this one because the packaging is just so flimsy. I really like the formula of this brow pencil. It's that like wide tip. It's not triangular. It's just narrow and it really does allow you to be precise. I just don't think that this refillable pencil, that the component is meant to be a forever component. It just doesn't feel like that. And this one is starting to fall apart. I also have a finished refill. All right, only a few things left. Some of these are Project Pan, some of them are not. 2 Merit 1990 brow pencils. I hate it, but I love it. I hate how little product there is and how quickly I go through it and how if you push it up too much and you press just a little too hard, it'll break off. However, one of the prettiest, easiest to use brow pencils I've ever used. This is an eyeliner from L'Oreal. Oh, you know what? I went through and decluttered my eyeliners. I just don't use this anymore because I have the green one from Make Beauty. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it might be Nebula. But yeah, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last. I like these pencils, but I'm just getting so spoiled by higher end stuff that these are kind of fading into the background. I have so many conflicted feelings about this. This is the Kosas Airbrow. As I got through it, as it became a little more dry, it would leave these little balls in my brows, these little balled up bits of product that were just so hard to brush through and make work. So I threw it to the curb, and I've been using the Merit 1980 brow gel, and it's beautiful. I have no complaints. I want to say the tube I'm using is close to being dried up, but I'm not getting any of the little balls. I'm not getting any adverse effects of the tube drying up, which is what I had with this. I also had it with the Boy Brow from Glossier. 2 concealers. One is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is a mini in the shade Silk. I don't know if this would no, this is too dark now to be my shade. I would need something a little more neutral now that I'm not this cool. Not so cool. I always knew that. So yeah, this has been decluttered. It's old, it's starting to dry up, and the shade is just not great. The Ritual de Fille. Good gracious, what was this called then? This is a lab sample called their Ultra High Coverage Plush Wear Concealer. And part of my issue is the name. Part of my issue was the formula. This was not great. I did not love this. However, I did fill out their feedback form, and they have now brought out the Soft Sorcery Concealer, which is so much better. It's so much better than this. It looks like they went back to the drawing board and they tossed this one out the window. Thumbs up. Good job. I have 2 lip products here. I have one from Juvia's Place. This is one that I frankened with the Melon lip balm from e.l.f. in that squeezy tube formula that I don't like, but I love the fragrance. And I finished it, and I want another one. I did just franken a watermelon and a mango, and I'm not sure how they came out. I'm not sure I like them as much as I liked this. I have a mini of the Make Serum Balm. I think this may be the last serum balm that I had. This is a beautiful formula. It's nice and hydrating, but I think the tubes on the full size are just a little too chunky. I want my lip products to be a little more slim, easier to use. I do appreciate the size as somebody who deals with mobility issues, and I appreciate that some people who have mobility and agility issues are probably going to find that one easier to hold and open, as opposed to something smaller that they then have to pinch and twist. So different strokes for different folks. I love this formula though, so I may buy it again when I place another Make Beauty order. I have been wanting to get their new shade of their bronzer. We got 2 more, folks. And I think both of these were Project Pan along with the Flower Beauty powder. The Wet n Wild Glass Correct Green Primer is done. It's done. I can't get any more out. I squeezed it, I squozed it, I bent it. I tried to get every ounce out of it. I didn't care enough to cut it open and scoop what was left out because it would dry out, and I just don't have the energy for that. So, is done. Yay. And last but not least is one that I've been pretty open about, and that is my Rowan Mood Forever Cream Eyeshadow Palette. Now, these don't look like they're finished, but they're a little dried out. They're getting hard to use. I did already purchase a replacement, so I had it, and when this got to be harder to use, I called it quits, and I let it go. I Elsa'd that shit, and it's out of my life. Y'all, that is that is it. That is my empties from, I believe, the last 6 months. It's a lot, but it feels really good to be through it. I have 2 bags here, one separating the stuff that needs to be gone through and recycled through the Pact Collective. They have boxes at Sephora, they have boxes at Ulta. I believe they have boxes at Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack. Check out their website. They have all kinds of information on how to clean your products. They also take orange medication bottles. They take anything that's a number 5 plastic, which I know that my local recycling company doesn't take. So when I'm done with a medication bottle, I peel off the label and I put it in a bag, and that will also go to the Pact Collective to be recycled responsibly. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I like giving like a full-fledged review when I have finished something, and if it's made a big impression or a bad impression or just kind of meh is fine. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, because that is my goal. But also, I just like to talk about makeup and skincare, and in, you know, lieu of having real friends to talk to, I talk to a camera. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of each other, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends.